5 Italian mistakes that scream beginner. So if you are a beginner and you're currently learning Italian, there are some mistakes that you might be making that really only beginners would make. But actually, one thing I realized with some of my students is even if they have a very high level, sometimes they can also make beginner level mistakes. We call them beginner level mistakes because these are things that you generally learn as a beginner. Allora, numero 1, mixing essere and avere. Essere, to be. Avere, to have. The problem with these two verbs is that in Italian we have some expressions that you would think that need essere, but actually they need avere. Per esempio, we don't say sono 30 anni, literally I am 30 years old. We actually say ho 30 anni, I have 30 years of age. Or we don't say sono fame, I am hungry. We actually say I have hunger, ho fame. Numero 2, confusing in and a with places. So we have two main rules we need to remember in Italian. In we use with countries, regions, and big islands. And a we use with small islands and cities or even towns. We don't say sono a Italia, we say sono in Italia because Italia is a country. Or we don't say sono a Campania, we say sono in Campania. And we don't say sono a Sardegna, but we say sono in Sardegna. Sardegna is a region but also a big island. On the other hand, we don't say sono in Roma, we say sono a Roma. Or we don't say sono in Capri, which is a small island, we say sono a Capri. By the way, if you find these words like in, a, da, con, and so on difficult in Italian, these words are called prepositions, and I talk about them in my beginner Italian course. So if you're interested in actually starting to speak Italian, check the first link down here. It's my beginner Italian course. Numero 3, the placement of sempre. This is very specific, and also the placement of anche. So, sempre in Italian goes after the verb and not before the verb. So, we wouldn't say io sempre mangio la pasta. We actually say io mangio sempre la pasta. So, sempre goes after the verb. And for anche, the main problem is that anche in Italian means also or too, but a lot of English speakers tend to put it at the beginning of the sentence when they mean also. You know, when you're sending an email and you want to say also, comma, blah, 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 blah. Well, we don't really use anche that way. In that case, we need to use another word, which is inoltre. Numero 4, confusing c'è and ci sono. So, c'è in Italian means there is, and ci sono, there are. How do they work? So, c'è is followed by a singular word. Per esempio, c'è una penna. While ci sono means there are, and it's followed by a plural word. Ci sono 2 penne. So very often beginner students get confused between these two because, they're just learning the language and it's normal to make mistakes. E numero 5, forgetting the gender and number agreement. So Italian adjectives have to match the noun in gender, so masculine or feminine, and number, so singular, plural. So, for example, ragazzo alta is wrong. We have to say ragazzo alto. Alto, which is the adjective, is matching ragazzo, which is the noun. Or ragazzi alto is also wrong. They need to have the same ending, so ragazzi alti. Questo è tutto per oggi. I hope the video was helpful for you. So, if you're interested in starting learning Italian, I made my beginner Italian course. All you have to do is you have to check the link down here and you can get the course. Ciao!